Alright guys, another video, another Mikasa day. I'm here with one of my good friends Ben, who I met in China, and then one of my good friends Nick, who I met in Canada. He's bringing these two worlds together. And Ben has a very interesting story, lots of very interesting stories. But in today's video we're going to focus on you can call it acting. It's a very specific thing to Asia where business people or schools or whatever will hire a foreigner to come to a conference and make a presentation, or pretend like they're the CEO of some big oil company in America or something like that to get deals done. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, Ben, how did you get your first job doing the acting thing?
So first of all, most important is to find the right guy. Like I found you. You can do this podcast. I know Nick today. That's most important because in China, connections of 1C is the number one thing. You meet some guys randomly, like you guys, right? Later we become friends, we go hang out and we find some common topics, and like accidentally we meet another guy. I got very important conference coming. I need some guy to pretend be my partner, foreign partner. Why? Because my foreign partner can't come to China because the flight cancel or he got some troubles or whatever. It's just kind of a help. That's the first job I got.
So where was that?
That was in Qingdao. It's like the city north to China. Like between Beijing and Shanghai. It's very, like Qingdao. Everybody knows beer Qingdao. So
it's a historical city. We went in December. So you got that first job, and then he's like, okay, my business partners can't come, I need you to come to the conference. Was it a conference or was it just a business meeting?
No, it was a conference, like about 180 people. It's
Were you nervous?
2-3 days. Nervous, I can't say nervous, because before actually, back to my home country, I was an actor in the theater.
Okay.
And we traveled around the world, around Europe. We even went to Mexico. Actually, where the restaurant we're in now. So I got this experience, and it's okay. You feel like you want to act, you enjoy that, and people even pay you for this.
So, what did you do at that conference? Did you have to make a speech, or did you just have to show up? Like, what was your actual job there?
There was another guy, like real one, the business partner, who must fly to China and give his speech, right, to support his Chinese partner. So I do the same what he must do. It means the first, give a speech. The second, you need to drink a lot in China. It's like good way of communication in China. Actually, it's the same in Canada, right? If you do business, you need to drink.
Not as much. Like,
I'm not talking about alcohol. I don't know that's an alcohol. Just drink. It's a way of communication. It's like now we're sitting here. I drinking water, your coffee. People like share food or like to share drinks because they trust each other more. In this case.
You definitely do build more of a bond. I think it's way more in China though. Like, it's way more common that people want to go for lunch and dinner to talk about business.
Sure.
Okay, so you had to make the speech. I remember when I was talking to you a couple of days ago about this, you said that you're making a speech in English. You're just talking bullshit, basically. And then the translator is the translator is talking in Chinese and giving the real presentation.
Actually, everybody who goes to the primary school, to the secondary school, in high school in China, they have to study English. Like every guys, right? And they have to pass this like exam after high school. High school, it's called Gaokao. Like it's big issue in China.
It's kind of like kind of like the SATs.
Yeah, CTS, right? Okay. So if you pass this Gaokao, you have the right to enter other universities in China. So English subject is one of the parts of Gaokao. If you don't pass this, you can't get that university to study where you can't after. It means you can't get better job. It means you will a beggar actually if you don't have higher education in China, because it's all about competition, right? Because many people here, right? Especially English. But the problem is they don't have this possibility to communicate like we sitting face to face with foreigners.
Yeah.
Because in daily lives they don't need to practice, they don't need to use
they
English,
don't need to speak
right?
English, yeah.
So their listening is very low. The problem is that you must to tell guys, come on, be confident, show that you know what you're talking about. Like now, actually, I'm talking gibberish, right? Like it's nonsense. But it feels like you guys listen to me carefully, right?
Yeah.
That's what I do acting. You feel, oh, this guy, Ben, is very smart, right?
Yeah.
And you are very careful listening to me now. That's the point.
So when you're giving the presentation, you're basically talking about something that you know, but you're projecting confidence, and then the Chinese person is giving the real presentation in Chinese. Because you have a translator, right? You have a translator that gives a...
Actually, everybody knows it's a conference, what I'm going to say,
Yeah.
right? And it's because it's business, it's not scientific conference, right?
Yeah.
But it is very important what like great scientists say, because it costs a lot of money. So everybody writing down all the stuff. That is business conference. That means it just to show off, show a face.
Yeah.
Like to support your Chinese partner that, they will think this foreigner, a foreign businessman flew from far away to China just for a couple days here. That means first he respects his Chinese partner, right? And we are clients of him.
Yeah.
And the second, he thinks China is very important, and he shows this respect to all Chinese people, to whole China.
So going after that, so you do the first one, then how do you get your second, third, fourth? How do you get more jobs after that?
So it's very easy. First, as I said, connections, guanxi, right? You have this guanxi, you have this connection, guys. Then China's way of doing things is, I know you, you know him, so I know you, right? If you need something, you find this guy or whatever, then he finds me.
Yep.
It's like this way. And of course we have agents, like those agents who knows all the guys here who need of this. And it's like a family style. Just, I know you, you don't lie to me, like you support me, all this stuff.
Yep.
Great. And you feel nervous a little bit because, this guy, like, especially Nick, you see me first time. So, most important, first in China is make friends, right? Do some little things.
Yeah.
What I like in China, like my first year in China, I got a friend, who speak very good Chinese, right? He was foreigner. And he was in China maybe about 4 years that day. So, he took the knife and he took a fork and he told me, be careful with this thing.
Okay.
You know why?
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 I don't know.
No?
Knife and a fork?
Yeah.
It's not chopsticks.
Pardon?
It's not chopsticks.
Yeah, but he said to me, be careful with these things in China. Any ideas, guys?
Nope.
No. The answer is very simple. Because in China, you can't find it. easily, right?
Yeah.
We're sitting in Mexican restaurant now. Yes, of course, you should have it. As you said, Nick, correctly, everybody use chopsticks in China. So, why should I be very careful with these things? I'm a foreigner, I know how to use it, right? The key is very simple. Because in China, it's very rare, and in Chinese restaurant, when waitress, like you ask waitress to give it to you, so you have to take knife, you have to take fork, and you have to take napkin and clean it up, you know, because a lot of germs, because nobody cared that years about knives, to clean them, to wash them even, right?
Mm-hmm.
If chopsticks, they worse that, but knives and forks, Chinese don't use it like usually.
Okay.
So that's why I got this really nice, you know, like a custom, yeah. Once I come to the new place, new restaurants, I see the knife and fork, I always clean them up like this.
So you're getting Guangxi, you use the Guangxi to get new jobs. What about money? Like, how much are you getting paid for these jobs, and what is it? They pay for your expenses, right? Let's talk a little bit.
Yeah,
about
money. It's a very interesting question and issue, because in China you never know how much you should be paid, and what's the real market price.
Yeah. Well, you don't know until you've done it a few times and you've met other people.
No. You know it, right? Like they tell you how much is that, how much they will pay.
Well, I'm saying
you.
they don't tell you. You don't know the market price until you've done it a few
Yes.
times, and you know other people who've done it as well, and how much they got paid.
That's
like
the
that.
point.
Yeah.
So you can get from 1,000. Oh no, like 400 RMB,
400 RMB.
1,000 RMB, or even 5,000 RMB.
Wow.
You never know. You know, because why? As I said, China is big. Yeah, it means many clients, different clients, and different market price actually. And as I said, there are agents, who get their profit.
Yeah.
You know, you never know how much is that, because as I said, if you're a client, you are my agent, Rico. So Nick, you ask Rico to find a guy like me to help you, to pretend to act during your conference or business meeting, whatever. So you just go, you find Rico, So you say, Rico say, okay, this guy is very good, he's perfect, he will cost you like 10,000 RMB. You say, okay, whatever, I'm a rich guy, whatever. So you think, okay, Rico start to searching the right guy who can do this. Mm-hmm. And he finds maybe for 500 or whatever. And you never know, and you will never tell, to me what's the real price. And I will never ask you, because Rico will never give me a job afterwards.
Yeah.
But if I think that Rico doesn't have a lot of jobs, I can go directly to you. But even if I ask you directly what's the price, or if you need me next time, it's not happening quite often, right?
Because
two times a year. So Nick, you don't need to waste your friendship with Rico just for one guy that you don't know, right? Yeah. That's the key point. That's that.
It's interesting because my business partner Mike, he's an agent for basketball players. So it's the same thing where it's like they have the Chinese agents. Mike. Yeah, Mike. You met him before, I think, right?
Yeah.
There's the Chinese agents, and then there's Mike, and then there's the basketball players from the US. So like the Chinese agents will go to the boss, and then they'll talk to Mike, and then Mike will find the players. But then it's like the boss is saying, okay, here's the budget, 100,000 RMB, and then the agent is telling Mike 50,000 RMB, and then it's like this trickle down situation. So the players never really know what they're supposed to be making, and Mike also doesn't know how much they're supposed to be making because there's like so much stuff going on behind the scenes. But one thing I've noticed with Mike is he said that over time, because he's been doing it for a few years now, he now knows like the market price, and he's friends with some of the bosses. So sometimes the bosses come to him directly. Does that happen to you now? Do you have people like a boss coming to you directly, or do you have more control now of the price than before?
So, for example, Nick, you're a boss, right? If, like, I go directly to you, right, and say, hey, we don't need Rico. Yeah, next time, just call me, you know, like, just you pay me directly, and we become friends. You know, we hang out, we drink, we eat, whatever, yeah, and we become friends. And I don't feel like I should get money from you because you treat me quite well, right? You take care of my stuff. Oh, maybe sometimes I get troubled, right? And you help me out, yeah. And next time, and you know actually, Nick, it's like if next time you need me, you can ask me just like for
As a favor?
you know. So that's the key. That's the point. We need agents actually, because they do their job. Yeah, they do their job. It's just a job stock, yeah. And if I agree with the price that agent gives me, yeah, I don't care what on top or whatever, right? Because doing an agent job, I think it's not that easy too. Yeah, to find clients, to drink with them a lot, I guess, or whatever.
Between you.
Yeah, and it's about security, like safety, you know, like a difficult question actually.
Was that for 1 or 2 days?
For 2 days, yes.
So 1,000 a day, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the best night of your life or the best job that you had? What happened?
So I guess, Nick, how long are you in China? Month and a half. Wow, that's great. You will enjoy China a lot, you know. Thanks to those nights, I would say evenings in China. Because Chinese people, they're very good at treating, like especially foreigners, right? And if you're new to China, like you're a freshman in here, and everything will be like great for you, like, you know, you never saw this, and people so nice, and they will really treat you as nice as they can. Why? Because in Chinese mind, you're a traveler in here, right? Everybody can see it. Every Chinese can see, oh, you're not local. That means you're a traveler, right? So, and in Chinese mind, you need to help, like to support travel, right? To give the best what you can. There are many stories when like foreigner was lost in some town, city, and just random Chinese guys ran to him and asked what happened, how to help, you know, like, and to take him to their home, like they eat evening, like dinner with them, with the whole family. That's astonishing. Like that's what I experienced my first year in China. I was like, oh really? It's never happened in Europe.
Yeah, I remember I was on vacation in Huizhou, and like I took a boat, and then the boat captain on the way back was like, he came to me, he's like, what are you up to tonight? It's like, well,
guys,
I was like, I'm on holiday.
If you like.
No, I'm okay. I was like, I'm on holiday, man. What's going? He's like, do you want to come to my place tonight? I was like, wait, what? It's like,
are you trying to?
I was like, what's going? He's like, no, I wanted.
Insinuating something?
I was like, yeah. I was like, I don't really roll like that, but he's like, no, he's like, it's my whole family. My mom's there, my wife, all that stuff. He's like, you want to come? I was like, it was just weird. It was just because I was the only foreigner on the boat. So the guy came to me and he invited me for dinner, but I politely declined. I was with a lady friend, so I couldn't, you know.
Oh, you experienced the same, Nick, right?
Never.
We when we were traveling in Qingdao and stuff, I think some of the stuff that he's talking about, like being taken out by the factory bosses and
That's just like part of business.
So why do you go to Qingdao? Why did you go to Qingdao? Yeah. What's the purpose?
Factory business.
The factory
Yeah, it
business.
was like a 1-2 day factory business.
So did they get you to some restaurant to eat dinner? Yeah, bosses. Yeah. Right. And later? This restaurant.
Then we go back to the hotel.
Okay. It was hotel. Let's leave it like this.
It was PG.
it was PG. Yeah. Well, I mean, we also I was with one of my customers, and we had like factory to go to the next day, travel to another city, so we didn't really have time to go crazy. and I've done that before, and I'm not interested. I'm like, yeah, no, I've been there. No, I'm like that dude. I'm like that dude at the beginning of the movie where they find you in the mountains, and I'm like old, and I'm like, I put that life behind me. Don't drag me back into that situation. Okay, so what happened with the best conference that you went to, the best acting experience?
The best evening you've ever had.
The best event, yeah. So we just had nice dinner. That's it. Delicious one. It's the best, guys. Yeah.
I think there's probably more. I think there's more. You know.
I can't say more.
You can't say more.
Sorry.
Well, it's up to you, man.
You said one time story.
Yeah.
You don't say it again.
You know.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Like I'm completely fine with you talking about that stuff. You know.
Most interesting, because I've been to these nice evenings. Yeah, the best evenings in my life many times. And I got that kind of man who tired of this stuff. Yeah, I would prefer to go back to the hotel and sleep rather than go to the best night
KTV and nonsense.
KTV, nothing. Maybe it will be better, right? We put Nick into this best evening situation, and he is as a freshman. He will.
That is
show.
That is 90% of the reason why Nick came today. Is he wants he's introduce me to Ben so that I can do the shit. I was like, I'll do it once for the experience, but even for me, I'll be like that dude, just reluctantly going through the motions.
Dude, I want to get into the game long term. I want to spend my years in China just doing this.
You see, that's what happens with people. Once they came to China, they can't go out. They can't escape China.
Yep, that's what happens.
For you, for me, yeah. And it's like labyrinths. I feel like China is a labyrinth, you know.
Where else would you go? Where else can provide this kind of stimulation?
Yep. It's never a boring.
Many places.
Never a
I
boring
can't
day.
say, guys. Sorry. No.
Okay, so just to close off, I know, for example, when I've been out with factory bosses, they wanted to take me to KTV and introduce me to the KTV girls, that kind of stuff. I'm sure that happens as well when you go, right? I'm sure they offer, right? No?
It's not like this.
It's not like that?
No, it's not the main point, you know.
I mean, they want to socialize with the foreigner afterwards, right? They want to go for dinner, they want to party, they want to,
The socializing scene, is most important, is especially different cultures, different traditions. You need to find, this connecting points, right?
Sure.
What's the first connecting point between China and foreigners?
Alcohol. Food. Well, business, but food, drinks.
Yeah, that's the reason why Nick came to China first time, right? Business. Yeah, the first point. So it means connecting point between cultures.
Food and drinks.
Okay, language barrier.
Language barrier.
Yes.
That's a disconnecting point.
No, it's a very connecting point. Yeah.
Why is that a connecting point?
Because we all remember Babylon, right?
Yeah. I remember the Bible story. Yeah.
Yeah, the Bible story when people decided, we are better than God, right?
Yep.
And we went to build
the
tower as high as God has, whichever.
To reach heaven.
Yeah,
Yep.
like this, yeah. And what happened?
God said, "Fuck you guys," and split everybody around the world. So then they didn't speak the same languages and stuff like that. Yeah, they couldn't understand each other, so they could not build the tower together and stuff.
That's what happened between foreign and Chinese. Yeah. We tried to build this tower, right? But we don't speak the same language. Yeah. So we need to find other ways of communicating, right? So, first years in China, if I wanted to get a chicken, right, to order chicken at the restaurant, I have to use my body language like this. Chicken! Yeah, chicken, give me. I'll just point to another guy's, dish. Yeah. And it works. That's why, Nick, you flew to China from Fireware, to this factory in Qingdao, just to we have Skype, we have whatever, right? Video, whatever. Why do you need to fly? Because it's much easier way to point out and to see and feel this, right? So even you can't speak Chinese, and this guy, like the Chinese guy, doesn't speak any English, right? But if you are technicians, right? If you're like, you know the scenes, you don't even need to talk. You just need to see, because we are humans, right? We all need to touch, to feel, oh, really nice T-shirt, it's a good quality, so I'm gonna order this, shirts, That's the point. So you don't need to just point out like this. So body language guys help you a lot.
Okay. So last point. Did you ever have a crazy experience with one of these acting jobs where you felt you were going to get in trouble, you didn't want to be there, or they were asking you to do something that you felt uncomfortable to do?
So it's always happening, So if they ask me to be, I'm from Canada, to tell, and then another guy says, I've been to Canada, which city? Oh, Toronto. My uncle lives in Toronto, And he says, on which street do you live?
Or what area do you live in?
And like that street where lots of foreigners, like Mexican or taco, whatever, And it gets you excited. You don't feel like, like frozen.
You know what's funny is if you do something like that, if you go like, the area where there's a lot of like Polish people, the area where there's a lot of Mexican people, the other person will tell you that area if they know. They'll be like, it's Finch, and you're like, I agree. So it's like, it's funny, you can lead the person to answer their own question.
But it's always the main point, everybody would go to the cinema, right, guys? What's your favorite movie?
The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Yep.
Okay. How about you, Nick?
Probably say Mindhunters.
Mindhunters?
Mindhunters.
But for the sake of you guys knowing something, let's say Gangs of New York.
All right. So, why do you go there?
To the cinema?
To the cinema. To watch Dark Knight.
For the experience. I'm a big fan of Batman,
All right.
Yep. And just the experience of watching the movie in the cinema,
Right.
Yep.
How about you, Nick?
Yep.
Yeah, you see. So it means you want to act as your superhero kind of stuff, right? You want to be the same. So all our life is acting, actually. Even now we're acting, right? We're not real like this. Nobody knows, even ourselves. We don't know who we're really.
I was gonna say, we don't even exist, bro. I was like, Ben, what were you smoking before?
Guys, that's what I was trying to do, because Nick was sitting like this, like frozen statue, and I feel, is he a real man? What's happened with him? But finally I got him excited, Stop acting, okay? Feel free.
I think Nick was just. I think he was just letting me, because it's supposed to be my video. I think he was just letting me interview, right? Pretty much.
Like, I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, good. Yeah, fine, man. All that.
All right. So Ben, I think that's the end of the video. It was good.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being on. If you enjoyed this, leave a comment below and ask any questions that you want Ben to answer, and ask any questions that you want me to answer. And subscribe.